Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have a new Tyler Is it Oliveria? Oliveria? Something like that. New Tyler video. The criminal lawyer who frees guilty murderers, and you know the rest. Oh, man. I have seen this dude before. Have you seen him? I swear I thought I saw you.
So.
I sent you a clip where he was featured in.
I
He said he can get off a lot of his clients who are guilty and who openly admits to, you know what I'm saying? But I guess he knows loopholes. So I have seen him before. I think he flourishes from like TikTok or something. Yeah, I seen him on the streamers. Seen a clip of him.
You may have shown me something, but I can't remember.
But hey, y'all wanted us to react to it, so hey, we got y'all, man. But before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
But hey, man, let's hop into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what Tyler got cooked up for us today, man. Let's get it.
Has anyone ever confessed to you that they've committed murder?
Yeah.
What if you had a client that went on to commit mass murder?
Then they call me.
And what were you accused of doing?
I was charged with assault on a family member.
Assault, buying a girl, threatening to kill her, indecent exposure, playing with my junk in front of a lady.
Sexual assault of a child. And how much prison time are you looking at?
10 years, bro.
10 years.
20 years for each prescription. So that's over 100 years.
And why am I the best lawyer?
You got my case dismissed.
This is Jay Oma, a criminal defense attorney keeping supervillains accused of the worst crimes imaginable out of prison and back onto the streets of Houston, Texas.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Everybody deserves a lawyer. Guilty, innocent, no matter what. That's just the system. Could you go to school, be a lawyer, be a defense lawyer?
No.
Because we done talked about it before.
You asked me that before, and I told you what I do.
Yeah.
And no, I could not.
Because you said you thought about at one point going to school for law. You said that before, but I know what you really wanted to go. Part of it,
but it was still in there
in the criminal justice field. But if you had wanted to be a lawyer, what type of lawyer would you have wanted to be? I already know what type I would be.
What type?
I'm going for some money, bro.
What type would you be?
Entertainment lawyer. I'm just trying to be
honestly
in entertainment business.
Honestly, as far as like that, I'm not sure, but I do know that I've never wanted to
be a
pursue a defense. Yeah,
I feel you. It's hard to defend people, especially.
It's just the way that I'm set up. I can't defend somebody knowing.
So let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying?
You think Johnny Cochran knew for a fact that not if OJ? So you think he knew but he still had to get up there and persuade people to believe that he's innocent.
You still gotta do your job.
Damn, that's the reason why I don't think I could do it. Like, let me say for instance, because this case is going on right now. Like even YNW Melly case, you know what I'm saying? I followed that one very closely, and honestly, I was paying attention to his lead lawyer, and you got to pay attention to the after effect too. He dipped. I think he knew the honest truth. He said, "I'm gonna work this case because I took it, and I'm getting paid for it. After this case, I'm gone."
Yeah.
And I think he did for a reason. So, hey, sometimes you got to pay attention to what's not being said and what's the actions behind it. Some people willing to do whatever it takes for the money.
Yeah, true.
Villains accused of the worst crimes imaginable out of prison and back onto the streets of Houston, Texas.
Man, you got my case dismissed.
Got my case dismissed.
Case dismissed.
3 counts of murder?
Assault on a pregnant person.
Right there, a little bit.
Anybody can be charged with that. You can be charged with that.
What were you charged with?
Terroristic threat.
Terroristic threat?
All right, so, you're looking up to 20 years in prison on this case.
But how does he manage to keep all of these alleged criminals out of jail? And why does he fight every day to protect these people in the court of law?
Dude, what are you doing back here?
don't know, man.
No, if I do this to my head, like if she poke me in my head, can I really give her like a 3-piece? I'm talking about those and...
There's nothing wrong with defending yourself. It sounds like self-defense.
You can't keep getting away with it! Does he get a sick pleasure out of winning the impossible cases? Or is Jayoma fighting for something greater?
The last 25 years of his life, much of it in prison, has all led up to this moment.
The state of Texas versus Daniel Villegas, number 94 0D09328. Verdict form B. We, the jury, find the defendant Daniel Villegas not guilty of...
I'm an innocent man, Your Honor, and I have always been an innocent man.
A grown man cry is different from like a fake cry. It's really like he's looking at 20 years. The attorney that I was with, first thing he said was, don't kill yourself. And then I see every person who comes across my table as a person who needs help. Yeah, don't snitch on yourself. Do not snitch on yourself.
I headed to the city of Houston to meet Jayoma at the Harris County Court, bustling with alleged criminals and their attorneys.
How you doing, bro? It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Meet you too.
Who's the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
You're already in it right now. So we're just going to shadow you, see how this plays out. Are we going to just follow you along?
That's fine.
So what do you have right here? Are you just assigned like 10 different cases per day? How does this work?
You know, I agreed to jump onto these cases, and whenever I try to jump on these cases, I try to kill. I love what I do, so it's never some type of work to me. This is all fun.
All right, what do we got?
Bro, he getting a check. And he taking advantage of social media right now is because that's going to give traction, especially to the new generation.
Especially when they see like you getting this, that, and the third off, and they like.
So my little simple case that I might catch.
I know you can. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's a difference in like the person coming to you as your lawyer because you know, and telling you yes I did, and you having to go and defend it, opposed to no I did it, and you believing that they did it and having to go defend it.
And also, just because they said that they did it doesn't mean you can say no.
You said what?
I said just because a person tell you from my understanding,
I couldn't understand you.
That they did do it.
That they did. Yeah.
You still have to go represent them.
That's what I'm saying. It's a difference.
So you can't be like, well, I can only represent you if you're innocent.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it's a difference in knowing that this person comes to you and actually admitting, yes, I did. What you gonna do to get me off? I said that's just a difference for me. Like if I was a defense attorney, like okay, I still have a job to do, but it's like, dang, in the back of my head, I'm like, really guilty, but I gotta go out here and do my job and do it to the fullest. Huh?
I said, yeah, you gotta do your job.
Yeah, I gotta do my job.
But yeah, I don't think I could be a defense attorney. Also, there's loopholes. There's always loopholes. And most people who do commit crime don't know the loopholes. Yeah. And so that's the reason why they be like, oh, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I done messed up, man. I don't know how to get up out of here. And, you know, that is his job to understand the crime and understand, and they need the full story of what happened from you. Like, I don't want you to miss a part. I need the honest truth. I need from point A to point Z. And I need it all. I need the fillers. I need to know everything that happened. And that's how you figure out the loopholes.
All right, so you know you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, 4 grams to 200 grams, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you know you're looking up to 20 years in prison on this case. Allegations are that you had a girlfriend and that you punched her 3 times when she told you to exit. Not only that, but the cops said that they saw bruises on her left eye, they saw blood all over her face, and lip lacerations. So what I want to tell you is there's no cameras in this shit, right? Nobody's recording this, right? Right, to your recollection, nobody's recording it. There's no other witnesses, right? It's her word against your word, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know what really happened? She attacked you. Being accused of theft, and you're looking up to 6 months in Harris County Jail.
Also, you telling them to lie. Because technically it's my word against yours.
And in situations like that, if no one's standing, if it's not like, outside in public, if there's no cameras around, no one's
loopholes.
Those are like the little, because it is your word against hers.
And so now this is a self-defense case and not necessarily an assault case.
Because how can you say otherwise? That's crazy, but...
$2,000 fine. If the prosecutors are successful, that's what could happen to you. So my job is to try to prevent that from happening. So they're accusing you of stealing from Target. They're saying that you was taking some shit. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so don't say anything. But they're just accusing you of stealing.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Dre, you know you had 2 charges with me, right? The first charge is felon in possession of a weapon, and you were looking at 20 years in prison for that case. You know that, right? And then the other one is theft of about between $2,500 to $30,000. You're looking at 10 years in prison for that case. When you contacted me, you were looking at what? 30 years. Possession of marijuana, since this is Texas, all right? Possession of marijuana.
That ain't nothing.
2 to 4 ounces, so you're looking at up to 1 year in Harris County Jail and a $4,000 fine. So tell me what happened on that, like how the cops get to it.
We all just chilling.
All right.
13 people probably at the most.
All right.
We chilling outside. Yeah, I'm sitting down eating the plate actually. Then they pull up by cop cars.
Okay.
They all get out, start grabbing people. I didn't move, I didn't run, I didn't do nothing. I'm thinking I have nothing on me, so I didn't move, I didn't do nothing. So I'm sitting there eating. Boom. Do everybody else they running, everybody else they doing this, I'm still eating. Then like they had told me to get up. And when they told me to get up, like they just automatically, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put me in behind handcuffs and
How about this? Where were the weed at?
where would the weed at?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Everybody threw their weed. So like
Did they find any weed on your body?
nah, none on my body.
So they're saying that there's some weed that was around you and saying it was you?
Yeah, basically.
Listen to me. None of that weed was yours. They're saying that you was in a car accident. And they said that the cop came up to you and they took you out the car and you smelled like alcohol. The cop immediately started searching your pockets. They never asked for your consent, right? Never did, right? And I don't believe they even had a warrant to even check your pockets. Does that make sense? So that means the cop went in there just by himself. That to me is illegal. And what did they do? They uncovered in your front left pocket a white bag. All right, now white.
Probably. So with him being intoxicated, so it's not a probable cause to search his. That's true, though. That's true. Unless he's under arrest, you can't just search him, right? From my understanding, you can't search his belongings unless he's under arrest. Not just because you smell alcohol on me, that doesn't give you the right to search my property.
Mm-hmm.
If you smell alcohol on me, that gives you right for a sobriety check. From my understanding, to make sure to determine that I am under the influence, but
that
it doesn't
I am
give
or
you,
that I'm not. That
and
I
then
am
once
or
I'm
that
under arrest, then it gives you a probable cause to search my property, right?
Mm-hmm.
What or my belongings or what I have on me. That's my understanding. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I could be ignorant to it and not knowing.
Yeah,
but
I don't
what
know
he's
everything.
Yeah, but what he's saying, that's what it sounds like.
Legal. And what did they do? They uncovered in your front left pocket a white bag. All right, now white bag came back to be cocaine. Now I know in reality it's cocaine. Okay. However, the way that the cops got to that was illegal. There's something that I can try to file in your case, something called the motion to suppress, to try to suppress those drugs from being used against you. If I can make those drugs go away in the courtroom, then this case should be dropped. So the deal that they have right now is, it's funny, the deal that they have right now is to dismiss the drug case, the one that you're looking at 20 years, if you just take a plea on the DWI. All right, so it's a good deal already, and I think it's because of my name. I want to make sure that you know that I only care about you. I don't care about the court. I don't care about the judge. I don't care about the prosecutor. I don't care about witnesses. All I care about is you. All right, so let me tell you, you're charged with assault family member, okay? That means you're looking at up to a year in Harris County Jail and a $4,000 fine if the prosecutors are successful in convicting you. Not only that, but if there's a conviction, it could make it hard for you to get a job, or it can interfere with your custody if you have kids. If you get any other future criminal charges, it may increase your punishment. It's very important that I fight this case. She attacked you. You know why she attacked you? It's because y'all in a loving, hating relationship, and she decided to punch you. In self-defense, you threw a punch at her. Does that make sense? I mean, just because you're a man, you had to do whatever you can to stop the threat. She was the threat. And I want you to put that in your head. It was self-defense. You acted in self-defense. We're gonna reset your case to a different date so I can get the evidence. And then I can really work that.
What are you thinking about this case? What really happened?
What really happened?
Yeah.
Is what I say happened. She didn't steal. That's all it is. She didn't steal. So I want to tell you that I got your felony possession weapon dismissed. All right? Right? So you're not looking at 20 years anymore. Right. 20 years is gone. Right. All right, now we got one more. Yeah, and then so I told you about the other one, right? Yeah. Prosecutors being a bitch about this, right? Yeah. And they want to set it for trial, and I said, all right, let's set it for trial. And they know what's up. The allegations are, this girl is saying that you stole her car, right? That car was like $21,000. And she's saying that you said you were gonna bring it back, right? These are all her words. And then about a month later, car got into a crash, and you were nowhere near that. All right, you were never driving that car.
No,
You
never,
know why
not at all.
Yeah, she's making this up.
Right.
You know, because she don't want to pay that.
She old.
And these prosecutors should know what I'm gonna do. The judge also knows too, because she looked at it. She goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, we can do this in one day."
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
I know you is.
Yeah. Before I stepped into your case, the offer was 3 years. 3 years for you to go to prison.
Yeah.
That was the offer.
And I never been
and
to
now,
prison.
since you hired me, I got one of them dismissed.
Hold on. If he ain't never been to prison, well, how he's a felon in possession of a weapon then?
Did it say felon?
Yeah. That was the first case, felon in possession of a weapon. That's why he was facing up to 20 years.
Oh.
For that charge. He just said, I've never been to prison. So how, I don't know. I thought, you know what I'm saying? But again, I could be ignorant to a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, I can't remember if he
ignorance is
said.
bliss.
I knew that he was facing up to 20 gun charge. He got to drive.
Yeah,
but I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if it was Okay.
And the other one's on the way to get dismissed too, because you know I'm gonna do in trial, right?
What are you gonna do?
Fucking Mike Tyson. It belongs to everybody else who ran. Okay, you understand me? It was never on your body.
Never
you
on
were
my
just
body.
eating.
Never.
Sounds good. So you're not in possession of that marijuana at all. And you shouldn't be going to jail for something that other people do around you. Does that make sense? It is not a crime to hang around with people.
Right.
So we think this is an easy dismissal or what?
Yeah.
Weed's a crime in Texas?
Weed is having possession of marijuana. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. But I mean, luckily you don't even smoke.
Yeah, come on, man.
What's going through your head right now?
Man, there's a lot of emotions, but I already know I got Jay Oma right by my side. I feel much more better and comfortable.
And real quick, who's the best lawyer?
Jay Oma, man. Jay Oma's the best lawyer.
Alan, I'm hoping for you, man. What's going through your head right now?
What's actually going through my head right now is that what he actually said is actually the absolute truth.
You got a good lawyer. I want to let you know that.
Just go back in there. We'll be in there, okay?
J.M.O. could get a job in creative fiction. That was crazy. Dude pulled that straight out of his ass. From punching his girl 3 times in the head, allegedly, to she attacked him. He needed to eliminate the threat. You can't make this stuff up, man.
All right, D. Who's the best lawyer?
Elma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
Mike Tyson, what he gonna beat the case up?
Before you hired J.M.O., did you think you were going to go to jail for 50 years?
They was like, there's no way I'm not going to prison.
What do you think the value of what J.M.O. did with your case here was?
Yeah, freedom is priceless. Like, this my livelihood, so I take that real. That's days I'm missing.
You got a family?
Yeah, kids, a lot of them. I'm a real hands-on person. I'm in my kids' life, so it's like they trying to take that away from me. So ain't no money in the world to change that.
Congratulations, Trey. Good work, man.
Dre, this is your motion to dismiss. All right, this is your ticket showing that you're done. All right.
For both?
20 years. No, the other one's set for trial. That's good. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Go do what you gotta do, and then call me.
Wow. What just happened?
3 dismissals today.
Hey, he looks happy.
Yeah, he's very, very happy. He's a free man. All right, so we approach the judge. You got bond conditions. Look at me. I'm gonna kill this case. All right. So you're about to go get drug tested. If they test you today, you gonna test positive for any drugs?
Positive?
Yeah. Are you sure? If you test positive for weed or any other type of drugs, the reason why you're testing positive is because you're around people who do that. Right. And then because of secondhand inhalation, it's in your system.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Pleasure to meet you too.
And if someone catches weed in your system, where did that come from?
Secondhand smoke.
So is this an average day?
Average day.
Yeah?
Yeah, well,
These are grinders.
In Harris County.
J.O.M.O. was grinding his balls off, going from case to case to case, opening.
Bro, it's all about finding loopholes.
Oh man.
It's all about understanding truly understanding the law and understanding loopholes. Everything he said, to be honest, should have been kind of damn near common sense. Like even like
some ways to get around.
Yeah, even with the assault cases, there's no witnesses and there's no cameras. It's your word against mine.
Yeah, that's what a lawyer is going to definitely.
But that's anybody though should even know that.
Yeah. Anybody should know that. Yeah, most definitely. But things can get tricky when you like go to court for stuff like that. Like you go on trial for stuff like different stuff.
Like I always say, if a police officer ever pulled me over and say I smell alcohol or weed on you, I got a good lawsuit on my hand. I got probably one of the biggest I'm suing for billions. I ain't gonna hold you.
Not billions.
Harassment at the wazoo. I swear I'm gonna say, as soon as the officer said I got proper cause, thank you God. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be like, this is, and I'm gonna shout right there. The officer gonna be like, what? what's going on, sir? I'm gonna say you just won me millions and millions of dollars. You just made me a very rich man. Thank you. Have your way at it. You found some weed. Oh Lord Jesus, he found weed. Oh my God. Yeah, you can go ahead and lock me up. I'm finna bail out tonight, and we finna have a party, bro. You just don't know what you done. And, like my whole family said, every time I bring it up, somebody they be like, "You right? That's $1 million lawsuit right there." I don't smoke. I know a lot of people think I don't smoke. Never have a day in my...
that sentence.
Oh, I'm finna say I know a lot of people think we smoke and stuff,
No,
but I never
cut it short.
But I've never smoked a day in my life.
Yeah.
Drink, I have drunk. I do have a lot of alcohol, but I can't tell you the last time I ever drunk a
Yeah, you don't
sip.
drink. And honestly, sometimes about alcohol, it's just a habit. Just like for other people when they come over,
Yeah.
it's stuff that's never been opened before.
Yeah.
Which is
And I buy the good shit, and I know what's good. Honestly, like from drinking, I haven't drunk a lot, like drinking since college. Because I used to turn up and DJ and party in college, but outside of that,
but definitely you're not a.
I'm not
even a drinker nor a smoker. So yeah.
And then if I do drink, it's very social and it's very light.
Yeah, I'm a social drinker, and I'm one, two my max. Two I can't.
She'll drink more than I will.
Two is the max.
On the real,
and it has to be fruity. I can't.
She would drink before I will. And folks be like, man, you should. I'm just like, I don't need that to have a good time.
But most definitely. Yeah.
Door by door by door.
Client wants to take a plea deal.
This kind of hurts you a little bit.
It hurts me because...
You think you get a better deal?
Oh, no. I think I can get this case dismissed, but...
The street and go home.
No, I watched the video, dude. I watched the video. You put a crack pipe in your pocket. The cop stopped you, and then when he stopped you, you were resisting a little bit of arrest. At the time, he was putting you in handcuffs.
Why did he come back and bust a U-turn then?
Because he can do that. Cops can do that.
But he went and bust another U-turn.
Yeah, they can do that. Cops can do 10 U-turns if they want to.
When I told him I was already going home.
It don't matter. No, you put a crack pipe in your pocket, and they found you with drugs in your pocket. The fuck?
While J-Omo is getting a case dismissed, to my surprise, I met this nice young man outside.
What were you charged with?
Terroristic threat.
Terroristic threat? Against President Biden?
No.
What is the charge?
2 girls.
Okay. Like, I'm gonna blow your house up, or?
It was a shooting threat.
Okay. How did it play out?
Well, I'm still in court right now.
I imagine, obviously, that was like an empty threat?
Yes.
Allegedly, assuming it even happened.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope the best for you. Any kids watching, don't do terroristic threats.
Never.
All right, you go get them. Go kill it. Look at that smile. You can't take that off. You don't get overwhelmed by the sheer quantity of cases?
No, because it's all here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have photographic memory?
I think so.
But sadly, not everyone here at court today was as lucky to have someone like J-Omo willing to attack their case, no matter the allegations or the overwhelming evidence going against them.
How did it go? We met you at the security, and I just saw you pop out of court.
It went well. I am happy with what happened. I mean, I did what I was accused of, so I pled guilty.
You pled guilty?
I did, yes. First offense, but everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Okay. What were you accused of?
DWI.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a year ago, and I made some pretty bad decisions, so.
Okay. Any advice to anyone watching?
Just own up to what you did. I mean, it's so much easier if you just are honest.
Yeah, don't snitch on yourself. Do not snitch on yourself.
Do you regret defending any of your clients?
Never, because it's always an honor to do that.
What if you had a client that went on to commit mass murder?
Then they do that. Then they call me.
Okay, so have you ever had any moral dilemmas in your head of like, man, what if I release a supervillain with some great defense?
No, not at all. I see every person who comes across my table as a person who needs help.
Okay.
And I don't look at their personal issues, their religion, their past sins. They just need help, just like how a doctor helps somebody who needs knee surgery.
I'm in for the kill right now. He smells blood in the water. He's going in.
That is true, though. Just like a doctor, you can't want to pick and choose who you want to do surgery on or who you rather work on. Like, somebody come in, you know he done killed 20 people. He's there dying. Do you say, he got what he deserved? Or do you say, hey, I took an oath to help those who need my help. And if I can help this individual, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do.
I definitely get what y'all saying.
You can't.
No. I definitely get what y'all saying. Yes, doctor. Yeah, I have to help this person. I have to operate on this person. Same way with a lawyer. I have to operate on this person. But I know what I'm doing. They're going to still be released into a different system to I guess to what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Because I don't want to use this word. Because I'm about to say to judge, but to address. I just say to address whatever crimes they have done. It's different than working on somebody in surgery and then releasing them back out into society to commit the same thing, especially if they took someone's life or acts against children.
Let me combat that then.
Okay.
At the end of the day, he went into the career field that he chose to go into. No. So when you go in, because as a lawyer, there's plethora of options you can be as a lawyer. Hold on.
Don't do that.
They don't even see what I'm doing.
Just
so
go.
You the one making it.
Just go.
But when you sign up to be a criminal defense lawyer, there's no telling what case you're gonna get.
No, for him, he's okay with that. He's okay with going home knowing whatever. That's him.
Don't you know a criminal?
I'm talking about.
Don't you know a criminal defense lawyer?
I'm talking about for like my. I'm just saying like.
Don't you know a criminal defense attorney? Or is she?
I don't think she's a criminal defense attorney.
So what is she? I know she's a lawyer, and you told me before. Or is she a prosecutor? No, she's a criminal.
No, I think she's a criminal defense lawyer.
Yeah, she's a defense attorney.
Yeah, she is. And again, that's her. That's them. Like, yeah, do what you got to do. If you good at it, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking at it at all. But I just think it's different opposed to like I get at a doctor, they still have to work on anybody that come through, no matter their religion, no matter their race, no matter what they've done, like all of that. Like I get that. But
money talks.
I just think it's
but
my brain just thinks it's a little.
So basically, for your morality, you shouldn't even go into being a lawyer in the first place.
Who?
I'm saying based off your moralities, you wouldn't have done good.
I would still.
You still wouldn't have done good as a lawyer, as a criminal.
I never said lawyer. I wanted to be.
I said based off your moralities, you wouldn't have been good.
Because I was sitting here thinking, I was like, because there's like two sides to it, and that's why I make the analogy earlier. You have people that admit to whatever, and you have to still knowing in the back of your mind that they have told me that they did do it, and I still have to. And you have the ones that didn't do anything, or the ones that are being accused of something, and you like
I will say this.
I can't say
it's been what you just said. It's been plenty of people in history that have been convicted of crimes that they have never
did
killed.
Not. And I'm. Oh, go ahead.
Let's just get back into it.
Go.
No, I'm just get back to it.
And for the not guilty right now, he will acquit. All right, we'll be at the windows now. Good luck, Alan. Let's move. All right, Alan's going in. Oh, I'm getting those shark eyes, man. He's ready. All right, is he bringing out his client? Who will win, the defense?
He's smiling too hard.
Or the prosecutors? Okay, it's looking good or no? How did it go? Fourth quarter post-game interview, tell me.
All right, so judge granted, it was that quick. And then now my client is free to take off the interlock off his car, so.
What?
Yeah.
No 20 years in prison?
No, definitely not.
What?
No,
you did it just now?
No, this is a different case. This is the DWI case. So he has a bond condition to keep a interlock on his car, which has a blow on it. Now I got it off, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
So no felony as of now?
No felony as of now.
All right, next case. You did it? I think so. Hell yeah, isn't that crazy? He's so fast, he keeps going. If we get a who's the best lawyer? J-Oma. Hey, who's the best lawyer?
J-Oma.
There we go. He knows you, man. Your fame goes far and wide. You're a celebrity lawyer now. There's also lawyers.
I am a lawyer, yes.
Are you a prosecutor or a defense attorney?
Defense attorney.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the best part about being a defense attorney?
I get to help innocent people every day. I'm saving their lives. I'm keeping them out of jail, getting their case dismissed.
Does anyone ever come to you and said, like, I am guilty, but I don't want to go to jail?
Yes.
What do you say to that?
I say, don't tell anyone that. I got you. Okay. We're going to fight for you. Don't tell anyone you're guilty.
What is one piece of advice for any criminal out there right now?
Just keep your mouth shut.
Turns out most good criminal defense attorneys think like this. This former prosecutor brought up an interesting point.
I think people fail to understand that we're not for crime. Okay, we're for upholding the Constitution. And so this has only been my first year since I've been a criminal defense attorney. And I can tell you it's opened my mind and my eyes to a lot of things that prior other defense attorneys who I've worked with would tell me. And so I think it's very important because we are responsible for protecting the Constitution. Sure. And so again, we don't like crime, but what we do want to make sure is that each individual is represented fairly. I've seen many times people's constitutional rights violated. Sure. And so it brings me a lot of joy when I'm able to point those things out and I'm able to get certain cases dismissed. Thank you.
Bye, Felicia.
Not by Felicia.
Right now.
I was like, that sound like.
That is.
I was like,
Tyler was playing off of it
yeah.
though. But and it like no offense by what I'm about to say. Because I've said this off camera before. I've said it with people that I know. Man, my mom's a criminal justice person all the way through and through. She did almost 20 years at the prison. She would still be at the prison if it wasn't for unfortunate situations happening. Honestly, she probably would be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? But she almost had her master's in criminal justice as well. There's plenty of people I just grew up in, police officers, whatever. When it comes down to people becoming police officers, they're the ones who uphold the law, but a lot of times those are the ones who know least about the law. Because my thing is, if a lawyer has to go to school for minimum of 8 years? I've seen people 6, and I guess that's fast track, like on a fast paced type. But about 8 years to become a lawyer, right? If a person has to go about 8 years to be a lawyer, the first they have to get their, I've seen political science, I've seen criminal justice, whatever their BS is in, right? Their bachelor's. Then they go to law school, right? If they have to do all this studying to become a lawyer to defend the law, why is a person, an individual can come off the street and say, hey, I want to be a police officer, and they can go be a police officer to uphold the law? I think it should be
in a short amount of time.
And it's such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I think to be a police officer, they should be properly educated on all aspects of the law so they can properly uphold the law. Mm-hmm. Some throw their weight around, especially as they become seasoned officers. They like to throw their weight around. Mm-hmm. And some, honestly, they've been on the force for too long. They think whatever they say goes. Because I am the law. I've heard police officers say, I am the law. No, you're not. You're there to uphold the law and help people to, So that's the reason why a lot of times in a lot of situations, people are their civil rights as United States human beings, United States citizens, I should say. Their civil rights are being mistreated. You know what I'm saying? No matter race, religion, sex, or whatever, we are all supposed to be treated equal when it comes down to the U.S. Constitution and the laws that were in place for the U.S. So there are people like him that I feel like he came into it with the right reason. He just got so good at it, he could get anybody. You know what I'm saying? And so it's such fighting for the guilty, but also you're building this reputation by fighting for the guilty to be able to properly fight for those who are innocent. So it's a double-edged sword at the end of the day. Because if he didn't have a reputation he had to be able to get people off who are guilty, then when the people that are truly innocent, he wouldn't be able to get off.
Right, because I've been just sitting here thinking, because we've had the conversation before, like would I be, and I'm just sitting here thinking like even more. Why are you laughing?
No, go.
I'm just sitting here thinking even more because in the same breath, I'm like, no, I couldn't be a defense attorney, but at the same time, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I think I could be in the same breath because I'm thinking of it at the simple fact, at the end of the day, if I know that I'm helping more people, innocent people.
You know who who needs him?
Who?
Hey. I think his case could get thrown
What
out.
you said, but baby, I know he charging Wazoo. Out the Wazoo.
But I do think he got evidence against him, but I don't think he has the proper evidence.
Yeah, but
if they didn't have a warrant or anything, but I don't know the truth.
Yeah. But if I know that I'm helping more innocent people, then like I know, like you said, it's the double edge. Like at the end of the day, I know I'm going to be getting people out, especially if I'm good at what I do. 9 times out of 10, I want to be getting people out that are guilty. But if I'm helping more people that are innocent, that really need my help, it's kind of like, it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. So I guess it just depends on how you look at it and if you okay with that at the end of the day. Yeah. So I don't know.
Take care. I got you.
Do you have any thoughts about Jayoma?
Jayoma's one of the best young attorneys, promising upcoming lawyers that I've met in a long time. Yeah.
That's a strong Yelp review right there. Why do you think that is, Jayoma?
Well, I'm relentless.
Yes, he's like a shark. And once he smells the scent, he does not get off.
You go for blood?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Straight for the jugular?
Straight for the jugular, all the time.
Okay. Do you have any enemies in this courtroom?
No enemies, we're just opponents.
By opponents, I'm talking prosecutors. Those who are trying to prove the criminals are guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and lock them up in prison. Let's talk to some.
All right, I'm here with
Jonathan Ortiz.
Okay, you went to law school with Jayoma.
Yes, I did.
And you're a prosecuting attorney?
Yes, sir.
A prosecutor?
Yes, sir.
What is the best thing about being a prosecutor?
It's really helping out our complainants, right? It's just being there for them, helping them out, making sure that justice is done. Make sure that you consider, the defendant, complainant, the community. I mean, it's good work.
Do you like the fact that you can put criminals with evidence behind bars?
I mean, it's never... I mean, it's not like I enjoy doing it, right?
I mean, you could. Hey, there's no wrong answer here. I'm genuinely curious.
I mean, it's never good to send somebody to prison, right?
Unless they're like a serial rapist or murderer. I mean, you're a prosecuting attorney?
Yes.
What's the most interesting case you've done?
Oh, wow. Well, I just do assault family members, and it's always very interesting when the complainant actually wants to testify. Most of them don't. So one of mine came in, and she was very lively, and that ended up making us not win the case because she wasn't very likable. But it's a shame because she was assaulted.
And that's another thing when it comes down to like cases like that. You do have to be kind of keep your composure because once you become and it appears that you are aggressive, then it makes it better for the. It's a lot
so
of
much going through my
loopholes.
head because I'm also like the prosecutor side, for instance. It's all like it really depends on how you look at it. Because what if that person is innocent, but I have to do everything in my power to.
You over here really thinking, y'all.
Let's just give it. I am thinking. It's making me think. It really is. But okay.
I guess what are the biggest flaws in the legal system, if any, from your perspective?
Just too many cases, not enough time, and we're just really overworked.
Yeah.
Safe place to give me an answer, honestly.
No, I understand. And sometimes, I mean, it does feel good, depending on the type of crime. But I mean, still, it's somebody's life, right? You have to consider that as well. But yeah, when the time is right, I mean, it is right to send them to prison.
Okay. Do you think Jayoma's like the real life Better Call Saul? But Asian?
I'll have to think about that. Could be, he could be.
Oh, there he is.
It's like a chess game, like me and you playing a chess game. That's all it is.
Okay.
There's nothing crazy about that. And
How you
afterwards,
doing?
we shake hands.
Got it.
Right? They
So
have
it's
a
not
job.
personal.
No.
But sometimes it has to get personal.
I've seen it where it can get personal, but to me, I feel like that's a waste of time.
Has anyone ever confessed to you that they've committed murder?
Yeah. But I mean,
Allegedly, of course.
allegedly, but it's like.
They weren't in the right state of mind when they said that, I imagine. Either.
But my curiosity was piqued. What drives Jayoma to fight to keep the bad guys out of jail versus in jail?
So tell me, once you became an attorney, how did you decide to become a defense attorney versus a prosecutor?
So I was interning for a DA's office, and I was able to see the other side and how they just lock people up. And I said, I can do this. I'm gonna lock everybody up. That's my number one goal because I like to win. And then one of the defense attorneys said, hey, just come see our side for a little bit. I said, all right, I have no problem with that. I'm curious.
Sure.
So I went to go see a trial, and there was a guy who was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the deadly weapon being a car.
Okay.
And they're alleging that he tried to run over his wife with that vehicle. I went through the whole trial. It was a 3-day trial. They found him guilty. And so it was hurtful because I was speaking to him just like I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
And it was just normal stuff. Where You know, we're cordial, we're fine, we're joking around. And it's really like he's looking at 20 years. He was arguing, found him guilty, and the client started crying. And so that touched me the first time. And the second time is, the deputies came around him. There's 3 of them surrounding him, treated him like property. He was no longer like cool anymore. Put your hands behind your back. You're coming with us, and he's just sobbing. And so a grown man cry is different from like a fake cry. So then we went to go visit him at the jail, and the attorney that I was with, first thing he said was, "Don't kill yourself." Oh. And then the guy looked him in the face, looked me in the face, and he just sobbed, and he was like, and he gave this impression that I might as well just do it, because he was, I think, 45 at the time. So that's pretty much his whole life, right? Sure. But then I found out that later on that there was a retrial that was granted because one of the prosecutors withheld evidence. So and that,
it's crooked.
Yeah, and that evidence was a recording of the girl saying, "If you don't pay for my shit or do what I want you to do, I'm gonna make up this lie, and you're gonna pay for it." And so the whole system went through, and he was found guilty, but he didn't do it, and that evidence would have helped his trial.
So if he had a better defense attorney, his life wouldn't have been ruined.
Yeah, definitely. So that's why I fight for all the evidence that's out there, because it's really important. If you don't get that, that guy was looking at 20 years. And then now he's free and walking. So it's one of those things where you just, oh my God, you were just about to go 20 years and then you're out. So that touched me, and I said, you know what? There's more people vulnerable in this world, and I need to put all my talents and my effort into protecting the public. So that's why I became a defense attorney.
Jayoma saw his clients the same way as a doctor would someone with an injury. He was here to help them, regardless of what their alleged crime was. And while it's easy to morally criticize his work for some of the viral supervillains that Jayoma helped free back onto the streets, some are just young dudes on the bad side of an outdated law, like this guy charged with allegedly possessing marijuana.
What's going on, man?
You're looking good, man. I'm looking good.
How are you?
Yeah,
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have some bad news today.
For real? Pray for me, Nana.
Pray for him.
I love you too.
What's going through your head right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nervous.
Okay. What do you think the chances of your case being dismissed are?
Highly chances, no probable cause. So
Okay.
I should be good, probably. I don't know though.
Okay.
We're finna see if we can find out right now.
All right, well, let's find out.
Come on, you get down there. All right, Jamar.
I wonder how much do he do charge? Because with such a high success rate, he has to charge. He has to charge. But it's too many people that like are everyday people that are having access to him. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it probably just depends on who you are, like what's your situation, what's your case, what is your income. Because some people will look at like, all right, how much money do you make before I come up with a price? Because I want to make you accessible to me and give you the capability to. Like I'm still gonna go up on, but I ain't gonna bust your ass like I would somebody that makes a lot of money. Yeah. So, but I ain't gonna overtax you.
Right.
For so. Who knows? I can get that.
I cannot.
You doing good? Yeah, I'm good.
Don't worry about it.
Remember the last thing I told you when I left?
Yeah, my kid's gonna get this.
That's how I can get this case dismissed. So let me tell you, I got this dismissed.
This guy was on your case.
There's always loopholes, though,
Because
especially
I love
situations
this job.
like that.
And not only that, but it's my way to give back. You know why it was dismissed?
Yeah.
My name was on this case. So that's the reputation that I built for myself, is that I always try to make an example of each case. So then everybody can see what I do and what can happen to your case if you don't dismiss it. So oftentimes it kind of gives a message to any prosecutor out there that if my name's on the case, just don't f with it.
Hey, Jayoma, can you do the thing?
Who's the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
Is she gonna be hyped? All right, let's go. All right, we gotta get this. What do you think she's gonna say?
I don't know.
She's gonna be hyped, right?
She should be.
She should. We have some bad news. Tell her what happened.
Bro, my kid's got dismissed, bro.
Let's go. What's going through your head?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited.
Okay. You guys gonna celebrate after this?
Yeah, we finna celebrate. We finna have a baby.
There you go. I'm happy.
With one young dude freed from his weed charges, Jayoma and I walked to the local prison to check in on one of his clients, waiting to hear an update from him. At that moment, I realized Jayoma was married to the game.
And Jayoma, how often do you come here? I see this on your story all the time.
I come here as often as I can. Whenever I have some updates from my clients who are in the jail, then I come here and give them an update. so then I can do whatever I can to just make sure that they know I'm here and I'm not leaving.
And you're kind of doing this as like a psychological, emotional check-in on these people.
Yeah, because
Like, you're not alone. I'm here for you. We're gonna figure this out.
you're not alone. Your family hired me to be here, so I'm here. And I want to make sure you get an update of everything that I'm doing on the case and then what the progress of that case.
Let's see you go in there. They know you by name?
Yes, J.O.
Jim, are you a mobile lawyer? Will you take a call anywhere, anytime?
Yeah, definitely. So it doesn't matter to me because people need me. So
What if you're getting freaky with a 10 out of 10?
yeah, the freaky, I think I'll still take that call.
Actually?
Yeah, I really would.
You don't watch any, like Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad?
No. Just some random things that are just, day by day. And there's some video games too.
What do you play?
Red Dead Redemption. And then Grand Theft Auto 6, I should be coming out, and I'm excited for that. So if they can only put me in there as an attorney in GTA 6, I'll be down for it. You have to pay me.
Okay, Rockstar, if you're watching this, put J.O.M.A. in the game. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I bet you
would be crazy.
actually is possible. So I'm here with
Jamie.
Jamie.
Okay.
Where are we at right now?
Harris County Jail.
Why are we here?
I'm here visiting my husband, and so is Jayoma.
Okay. And what is J.O.M.A. in relation to your husband?
He's representing him.
Okay.
Does this experience have affected you, having your loved one in jail?
Very hard. Just he's been there for 6 months, so just
Okay.
dealing with life to life. It's been really hard.
Okay. And J.O.M.A., what are your thoughts on dismissing the case? Do you think it's possible?
I'm doing whatever I can to get it dismissed. So it's ironic that I ran into her because
Okay.
I'm gonna go visit him today. So
Okay. You have faith in this guy?
Yes.
How important is this information you're about to bring to your client?
it's very important. The charge is it's involving children, so I can't talk about the charge, but it's pretty bad, crazy accusations. So I want to make sure that I'm not leaving them. I'm here, and that I have to make sure that the truth is shown.
That's your job.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jail.
That's the only sad part about like all this is even though he does have it seems as though he has a good heart.
Yeah.
About it, right?
Yeah.
And he does go fight for those who are truly innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the fact that because of his reputation, he can get those who are truly guilty off.
Right.
They actually, I'm a very big component of you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah.
Even for myself, like even as a kid getting in trouble, like at the end of the day, if I get in trouble, bro, whatever consequences that come with it, I just took it on the chin, and I think it helped me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying in life, and so I'm not one of those that go out and break the law or anything like that. I'm just an ordinary guy, bro. But those who do crime, especially assault, and they get off with this stuff, and they do this, and they can get off, and they know they can just call you up and they can get off. What keeps them from not continuing to commit crimes?
Nothing.
Because so it's a conflict of it. Because if you do something, and I don't care, like you deserve that time, bro. So I don't know, man. It's a very conflict with it.
Oma, go get him. I'm just kidding. All right. One man versus the entire criminal justice system.
But while J.O.M.A.'s casually dismissing some of the worst charges imaginable, you have to wonder how J.O.M.A. became J.O.M.A.
All right, J.O.M.A., where are we in front of right now?
We're in front of South Texas College of Law.
This is the oldest law school in Houston?
It is.
What led you to come here?
When I first started, I grew up in Alief, Texas. Went to Alief Hastings High School, which you guys will see later. And then from there, I went to Houston Community College to be a nurse. So I was a nurse for a good amount of time in my life. And then from then, I decided I wanted to become a lawyer. And I stumbled upon South Texas College of Law.
And real quick, what took you from being a nurse to wanting to become a lawyer?
The winning aspect. So being a nurse, you don't really have an opponent. You don't have like a thing that you can win. There's no moving target. You have a disease, you just treat it with antibiotics or whatever needs to be done. It was very boring. And what I did enjoy about sports was there's always one winner and one loser. And I was thinking, what kind of career can I get to be fulfilled in that type of aspect? And that's when I thought about law. I didn't like doctors, so they treated me bad.
And did you play sports growing up as a kid? Were you super competitive?
I was very, very competitive. Yeah, I played football, track, basketball. I was fat. I was 400 pounds.
400 pounds?
Yes.
You're supposed to me.
No, I was playing offensive lineman. I'll send you pictures.
Okay.
How did you lose 200 pounds?
A lot of running and a lot of salads.
This has never before heard J.O.M.A. lore.
No. During the whole entire time, I ended up working retail. I was getting paid $8 an hour, and all I cared about was just trying to eat that day. To put it into perspective, I could only afford one bowl of Chipotle in a day, and I had to divide that into 3s. So the morning I eat 1/3, afternoon I eat 1/3, and nighttime, and that was all I could eat. If I looked down, I couldn't see my dick. That's how fat I was.
How were you running 4-minute miles if you were 400 pounds?
Hey, just because you're a big guy doesn't mean you're slow.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm knocking people out. Like,
So just
Football,
like this
man.
mentality is transferred over to the court.
yeah, you have to be aggressive.
Kill or be killed.
There you go. I went here from 2016, I believe, to 2017 winter.
You came in here with tattered clothes and a hole in your shoe, and you're like, damn, this better be worth it?
Yeah. So I remember studying my butt off. I'm 100% of a student. I'm living off my savings, and no money's coming in. And I remember it was rainy, it was cold. I was wearing tattered clothing, and I recall leaving the building, coming right around this corner, and just saying it better be f***ing worth it, because life sucks so bad right now.
And did you think you would go on to achieve this dream of owning a practice and it being this successful?
I did. I had 100% belief in myself that I would do it. It was just how we're gonna get it done. That's where the whole story comes through right after law school.
Did you have natural talent for law?
I would say that I was very nervous for public speaking. As of right now, for me to even speak in front of a judge would make me, well, back then it would make me tremble.
Do you think the average person gives up on their dreams right when they're about to achieve them?
Yes. So I say just keep going. I chose this law school because it had a reputation of being a killer in the courtroom. And I always thought that nobody would respect you as an attorney or your legal threats if you can't back it up going to trial. And I learned a lot from the law school and the training at trial.
After seeing the law school Jayoma grinded to barely be able to afford, we headed over to Bissonnette Street near the apartment Jayoma grew up in.
Like 10 drug dealers behind me right now. This is the red light district known for prostitution. Jayoma's grown up in the trenches out here. All right, we're in Bissonnette, also known as the Blade, the red light district here in Houston. Jayoma, you grew up here?
I did. Court Glen, 9700. That's where I grew up, right down these streets. This place is no joke. I used to run around here all the time.
How you doing, man?
What's all doing?
Oh, hey, we're just doing a little documentary of Jayoma. He's a criminal defense attorney.
I do criminal defense. You see my face before? Oh. And I grew up here. No, I'm an attorney. I help people who are charged. Yeah. If you get charged with a crime, I got your back. Yeah. I don't work for the cops. No, fuck that.
Why you pressing somebody little thin, wiry self?
Yeah, skin and bones.
Skin and bones trying to press. Hey, what you doing over here on my block? Man. And then soon he said, hey, I'm a lawyer. Oh, shit. Like, what you scared of, bro? Lawyer can't put you behind bars anyway, just chilling.
Facts.
Help people who get charged with a crime. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any cases, I got you. All right, let me get my card. I grew up here, right down over there. All right, I got you.
Sorry. So Jayoma, these a lot of people you defend probably come from here, or what?
Yeah, probably. It was really, really poor, but you know, you had a lot of friends, and we'd always get into stupid trouble. We'd do stupid. That's just being a kid. And then good thing that we didn't get any charges, but it was close.
We're kind of in the trenches right now, yeah?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so you went to high school here.
I did.
Were you a villain back then?
I guess you could say that.
So this is when you were a tank, and this is when you were taking people's food too?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a menace were you?
I wasn't that bad. I would say probably like a 5 or 6.
Did you get girls back then?
No, nobody wants somebody who's 400 pounds.
Do you think without football you would have ended up as one of the clients that you defend?
Yes, exactly. And then there was actually a heartbreak story when it comes to that.
Tell me more.
So I believe one of the first girlfriends I had broke my heart. I was a nurse, and I was dating her for a couple times. All of a sudden, after about, 2 months, cold turkey just dropped dead, stopped talking to me, and didn't pick up my phone calls, and I was worried. I thought something happened to her, and then I kept calling like 2 days later. Then her friend called me and said, hey, this person doesn't want to talk to you anymore. I said, why? She owes me an explanation. So then I got her to come out, and this is after nursing. And she said, what do you want? I want to know what's going on. Like, why you just stop talking? Because that's rude. And she said, she got a new guy, and she said this. She looked at me dead in the eye, and she goes, you're a nurse. He's a stockbroker. And that's
so
exactly.
You're poor and you're not cool?
Yeah, pretty much. And that stuck with me to this day. You're a nurse, he's a stockbroker. I literally remember it every time I do things in my life, and it actually motivates me.
Whether it be poverty, obesity, or heartbreak, a common theme in Jayoma's life is him relentlessly attacking and killing any obstacle that's ever gotten in his way and creating possibilities seemingly out of thin air to achieve his dreams. But he didn't get here without getting his hands a little dirty.
How do you dress when you're not in a suit? I've never seen you in anything but a suit.
Oh, you're about to see it tonight.
Actually?
Yeah. I'm not gonna wear a suit tonight. Why would I wear a suit tonight?
Where y'all going?
Well, where are we going tonight?
We're gonna go to a place that I used to dance at one time. And it's gonna be a fun experience.
Things are about to get freaky.
Okay.
What to expect.
Oh.
Okay, now.
So
I'm doing one.
Are you gay?
No. I used to be a male stripper over here. And this
Okay.
is one of the best entertainment that we have going on in Houston, Texas.
And your job as a male stripper funded your entire law firm?
The entire law firm, from having zero to having what I have now, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this place, this opportunity, the community, and Tony the man himself.
And how long were you a male stripper?
For about 2 years. Those 2 years were rough. I'd come here at nighttime, and in the mornings I'd be in court. Lawyer by day, dancer by night.
And look who we have. Tony! Hey! Tony, who are you?
My name is Tony Vaccaro. Can I take you for a walk?
Let's go. All right, Jayoma, how long have you guys known each other?
Since I started here.
Okay.
That was for 2 years.
How was this guy?
Beautiful.
Beautiful? Can we see some moves tonight?
No.
You did this to fund your dream, and Tony was your supporter?
Like he allowed me to come dance here, introduce me to the staff, and everybody has been so welcoming.
Did you think your dream would take you to being a male stripper to fund that dream? Did
No.
you think you would come here to make that dream a reality?
I didn't know that. All I knew,
That's
I was getting
crazy.
paid $8 an hour. It's hard to build a dream that way, especially if you're working 40 hours or 40 plus hours for retail. So here was just a better opportunity, and I only had to work maybe 3 days, 2 days a week.
What did your girlfriend think about you being a full male-time stripper and lawyer?
We broke up.
We broke up because of this?
Yeah, because of this. And it was her idea.
All right, we got to see you take a shot.
It was her idea.
Girl.
What in the absolute?
Girl, you supposed to
That's
stick
crazy.
beside your man.
Hey, he said he gonna get about any means.
By any means necessary. I respect
You're
it.
taking a doubler right there. That's a triplet. All right, I'll take one. Let's go. Tony, have you missed this guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Was he good stuff?
Yes. We have rules. One of them is to use this as a stepping stone.
Okay. I think that's what he did.
All right, to opportunities and Tony, and thank you so much for everything.
So opportunities into Tony. How was Jayoma as a dancer? I know you're a good dancer from what I hear.
He was one of the best right here.
Actually?
Yeah.
You're not just saying this because we have an iPhone
No. He was one of the best here.
How was this guy as a dancer?
He needed work, but I showed him a couple of moves,
Very
how to
good.
swing a thing. He was pretty good, man. He was entertaining because there is a competition right here, and everybody's in competition. Yeah, this guy made it like a motherfucker.
It seems like Jayoma can succeed in whatever he puts his mind to. From the poll to the bar exam, Jayoma's life story is an example of the American dream coming true. In a soft world,
That's
always
crazy.
looking for excuses, Jayoma looks for blood. And that's why he'll beat you and your case.
What's a message for the people watching at home that they should walk away with?
Don't ever give up on your dreams, right? Like use every stepping stone, every opportunity to get to where you want to get to. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let your fear stop you, because you're the only one who can.
He's right.
I agree. And Jayoma, if anyone out there needs your legal representation, where can they find you?
Jayoma Law Firm on any type of social media, jayomalaw.com. Just give us a call.
And Jayoma, you gave me this fresh t-shirt. I'm one of one right now. Can they buy any?
Yes. jayomalaw.com. Find us.
Dude wanted to talk.
Yeah, he sure want to talk.
Tony, like, hey, let me get this mic real quick. That's crazy, man.
But this video has opened my eyes up though
To a lot.
like a lot, because what I was trying to say earlier when you was like you really think it, it's because basically what I was saying was one of the scenarios he had put in here as far as like with the prosecutors leaving out evidence.
Mhm.
I said they would do anything that they have to do to make sure that the
Get the
person
win.
could be innocent, but they have to do whatever they can to get the win. And at the same time, I have to uphold and represent my client as a defense attorney to make sure. So it's always kind of like it's a
It's a
win-win,
yeah.
lose-lose. It's, so I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
And I rather, instead of putting innocent people behind bars for whatever reason, leaving out evidence, coming up with evidence, like whatever the case may be, I rather. This made me think about being on the defense side if I was a lawyer, because I rather help the innocent people, even though I know I have to help other people. I'd rather be able to help more innocent people than anything.
Facts.
But I mean, it
Might
just
need to make a
depends.
phone call.
I mean, being a lawyer ain't for me. I'm just.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
saying might need to make a phone call. See,
But yeah.
he might. See,
Ooh, yeah.
he might though.
Yeah, I don't know.
But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, man, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is.
Here in the coast.
We are.
Kid and C.
We out.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar.